Good afternoon and welcome back once again to the world as we see it. I'm Baba Shaka, and I know yesterday we uploaded a video where we were discussing the events that have been recently taking place in Accra, Ghana. As some of you know, there was a conference, a Pan-African conference scheduled to take place a few days ago in Accra, Ghana, featuring people like Dr. Dr. Arakana Chiobori Kwao from Zimbabwe, Brother Julius Malema from South Africa, Professor PLO Lumumba from Kenya, and Peter Obi from Nigeria. Now, as you know, just as the conference was about to begin, and when I'm saying just about to begin, people were there, the speakers were there. People traveled from all over Ghana and different parts of Africa and were about to enter the hall when all of a sudden the police started putting up barriers and announced that the conference was indeed canceled. And the question in everybody's mind was, first of all, why was it canceled?
Of Ghana here were invited. The University Student Association are invited. Member institutions are invited. The National Union of Ghana Students is invited. People have moved from Navarango, people have moved from WA student leaders to listen to these great people. We get here and we are told that the program is cancelled. Why? What are they going back home to speak about Africa? I know definitely Lumumba is going to speak on media. We will listen to Lumumba. I am sad. I don't know what is the reason behind, but we are sad.
On whose orders was it canceled? You know, we know that ECOWAS and some of its leaders, including the current president of Ghana, President Akufo Addo, all under the thumb of the Western imperialists. We also know that President Addo had a secret meeting a short time ago with Secretary Anthony Blinken, who's the Secretary of State of the USA. It was supposed to be, as I mentioned before, a secret meeting, but somebody turned on the camera, and next you know, it was leaked, and it showed President Addo trying to throw the leaders of Burkina Faso under the table. Well, yesterday we took a look at the speech that was done by Dr. Arakana Chiombo Kwao, because after this thing was canceled, what happened was these three leaders, unfortunately, Julius Malema wasn't there for this press conference, but Professor Lumumba was there, Peter Obi was there, and Dr. Chiombo Kwao was there. And yesterday, we uploaded a video showing Dr. Kwao's speech. Now, it's kind of long, that's why we decided to break it up in three. Today, I want you to take a look at the remarks made by Professor Lumumba, Professor PLO Lumumba. Take a look at that.
Thank you very much. My good sister, Dr. Arikana, has spoken for me, and I believe for all of us. We came here to Accra, Ghana, to share our message. It's the message of hope. It's the message that Africa needs at this time. And there is no better place in the continent of Africa to begin that message than Accra, Ghana. It is in this Accra, Ghana that the Osagie for Kwame Nkrumah, almost 67 years ago, spoke to the world and told the world that the independence of Ghana meant nothing if the continent of Africa was not free. 67 years later, we were congregating here in Accra in the very same place where the founding fathers and mothers of Ghana congregated to share the message of hope. Invited as we were by the New Africa Foundation, with one single instruction that we have lamented for too long, agonized for too long, and the time is now to organize. That is the innocent message that we came here to deliver. And in a manner totally inexplicable to us, we are not at that venue. But is it not the wise to say, when the world serves you a lemon, ask not for an orange, make yourself lemonade? We are here, therefore, to say that the message will be alive and well. And you who are here, young and old, you are the conduit via which we are now telling the world that the journey of hope continues apace, not only within the continent of Africa, which is the mother continent, but to Africans in the diaspora. I have no doubt in my mind that there is a conspiracy of sorts by the elements that it should happen the way it has happened. So this is not an occasion.
We take it from there. So take a look at this.
It is an occasion for redoubling our efforts and our presence here in Accra, Ghana. My good friend, Honorable Obi, my dear sister, Dr. Rikana Chihombri Kwao. This is the occasion for which the English word serendipity was created. It is a serendipitous occasion that heralds a great future for the continent of Africa. So that looking forward, a meeting such as this will happen not only here in Accra, Ghana, but I look forward to a meeting such as this taking place in Ouagadougou, in Burkina, taking place in Dakar, in Senegal, in Nairobi, in Kenya, in Johannesburg, in South Africa, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, because this is about the continent of Africa. And we say this at a time when we know that Africa has promised to herself that we are going to make more intimate our interaction. This is why the Africa Continental Free Trade Area is headquartered here in Accra, Ghana. This Accra, Ghana is where all Africans of goodwill pay homage, because out of this Accra, Ghana, there was a great son, the Osagyefo Kwame Nkrumah. Shall be well with Accra, Ghana.
Okay, we're back. Now you got a chance to see Professor Lumumba's or hear Professor Lumumba's response to what has been taking place. Know this, that the Ghana of Nkrumah, a staunch Pan-Africanist, the Ghana of Nkrumah seems to be in the rearview mirror. The Ghana of today under President Akufo-Addo is not the Ghana of Nkrumah, and that is too bad. But that's one of the reasons why they decided to kick off this conference here in Accra, was because this is the place where back in 1957, after the independence of Ghana, which is the first country on the African continent to gain its independence, it was Kwame Nkrumah who pushed the idea of a united Africa, United States of Africa. And he warned them back then, he said, do not get too comfortable in your positions. Don't get too comfortable in your position as prime minister and president and so on, because then you won't want to leave, and that's going to work to the detriment of the continent. So said, so done. But now things are moving to reverse that. The young people are not in awe of the former colonial masters. They don't care. They're not scared of these people at all, the way the older people are. And they're ready for change. and change is coming. This is what I would describe as a hiccup. This is the old guard trying desperately to hold on to the old ways, but you cannot stop change. You cannot stop progress. And I would say 50% of the population, that's over 2 billion people on the continent, are under 30 years old. These are young people, and they are not going to take no for an answer. Change is coming. So until tomorrow, we'll then upload the remarks by Peter Obi, and to sort of round things out. So until tomorrow, I want you to go to hit that subscribe button and help us on this journey. I hope you enjoy the content. Kwaheri. Assalamu alaikum.